Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Alright guys, welcome. Thank you so much for those of you that are watching this live. Again, just like every other live stream, I will be waiting for a few minutes until we can get enough of the people in here so that we can start this amazing ending to Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Alright guys, welcome. Thank you so much for those of you. I do apologize for that. You're probably going to hear some delay there for a second. I didn't realize I had two videos going on at the same time there. Alright, so hopefully there will be no more delay problems. Alright, so I got everything set up. Everything should be good to go. Alright, so as I wait for everyone to come in here, I'm going to explain a few different things of what's going to happen in this stream. So, in order to get the S rank for this final mission, or should I say the truth ending, you can S rank it, you will definitely have to skip the cutscenes. If you don't skip the cutscenes, obviously you will not get the S rank because this mission has a lot. It's just a huge cutscene. You know, it's actually pretty much the same mission as the prologue. It's just different. And I don't want to ruin anything for you guys out there because you're about ready to watch it. But it's just a little bit different. So what I've decided to do is, for the live stream purposes, we're going to go through it, all the way through it, with no interruptions, no skipping of cutscenes, no nothing like that. We're just going to go straight through it, and you can watch how the truth is. Then, at the end, I'm going to go back, and then I am going to play the mission again. However, I'm going to skip all the cutscenes, and I'm going to do the exact same gameplay, exact same thing that I do during the actual longer video, and I will just let you guys know that, hey, the ending, as long as you do it this way, you'll get the S rank, but you have to skip the cutscenes. So it'll be the same gameplay, however, the ending obviously will be a little different because I will have the S rank ending there, which will be if you just skip the cutscenes. So hopefully that explains a lot for you. Also, there are a lot of cassettes that you get upon unlocking the ending, so that will help further let you understand exactly kind of what's going on in the ending and why it is the way it is and things like that, which I am going to include as well. So you will have this live stream here, which you're going to get to see everything, and then I also have a video that I will be making separately, which will showcase both of these put together and give you the full story with the S rank. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start the recording now. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this. This is, you know, this is the ending to Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, the true ending. However, there will still be plenty more videos that I will be coming out with to do all the other missions that we still have to do. Even though they're replay missions, we're still going to finish those up for you guys. And don't forget, Metal Gear Online has come out today, so I'm going to be putting up my PS4 copy that I haven't used since day one, and we're going to be playing some Metal Gear Online in the near future. I'm not sure when I'm going to get the chance to actually play it, but hopefully I'll be able to put something out there to you guys very, very soon, since the PC version doesn't actually come out until January, I believe. Alright, so here we go. Now, I also want to let you guys know that I'm not going to be talking to you guys throughout this. This is this is the biggest story parts of the game, so I'm going to be quiet when it comes to when the gameplay starts and everything. I'm going to let you immerse yourself into it, and then once we finish, we will have a little discussion on the ending, and then we will start back up the video again to do the actual S rank. So the video will be posted after stream. I'm going to record it now, and then it will be posted after the stream. Now the live stream will be posted directly after it's done, but the video, separate video S rank, will be posted as well. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, CenterStrain01, and welcome to the final part of the story walkthrough for Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. So this is the truth ending. So we're going to get right in here, and I'm going to show you a few things. It looks like it's telling us we got to do something here real quick. That's what's great about this. You never know what... Oh, it's just telling us we got some of these to sell or whatever. Okay. So what we're going to do is... Actually, I've got a few things I could... Well, there's no reason to customize right now, just because the mission that we're doing is the ending mission, and you're not going to be able to use any of this stuff whatsoever. But as you can see, we've already got the leather jacket unlocked, which that's going to be pretty cool. And we also have the cyborg ninja, which that's pretty cool as well. So let's go ahead and start doing that. That'll take 36 minutes. Let's take a look at it at least. We'll go into just a random mission here so we can see what it actually looks like. Leather jacket. That's cool. Alright. So here we go. Alright, I'm going to start the video over again because I didn't know we were going to have this leather jacket. That's pretty funny though. That's a good point to start it. Here we go. What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. This is going to be the truth ending, the final story video for Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Thank you so much for all the love and support you guys have done for the walkthrough. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Hopefully I've been able to help some of you out on this game as well. MGO is coming out now as well, so we're going to be putting out some videos for that too. So we're going to get right into this. You might notice I have something pretty cool on. Which you'll actually unlock once you defeat the game or do the truth ending. So we'll go ahead and collect our rewards here. Alright, so once we go into the mission list, you'll see that all these other missions haven't been done. These are only the replay missions. So it's different for every person. What I did to unlock a quiet exit and the truth video, or the truth mission, is have my bond 100% with quiet, did enough side missions, listen to a few tapes, things like that. I think it's random for everybody, but that's pretty much what you need to do. You just need to play every story mission up to that point, and that is how you unlock it. The same thing for this one. I went around and did just a few more side missions, and the actual truth ending unlocked for me automatically. So with that being said, we're going to be going into this. This is mission 46. I don't know why Kojima, you know, his awesome mind decided to do it this way, but this is the actual true ending right here, the man who sold the world. So what I'm going to have to do is, you guys are going to see the full walkthrough of this. You're going to see all the cutscenes and everything in there, but the gameplay itself will get you an S ranking. However, you will not get an S ranking if you don't skip the cutscenes. So just remember, you do the same gameplay that I'm going to show you, but you will have to skip the cutscenes in order to get the S ranking, and I will put that on there in the end. So with that being said, you can see that there are different mission tasks, just like the prologue. If you remember the prologue, we needed to escape the hospital. So in this version, you need to eliminate 6 soldiers at the hospital. We're not going to do that because we don't like to eliminate people. And then the other mission task is land 20 or more headshots on the Man of Fire. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This is it. This is the final truth to what everything has been going on in Metal Gear Solid 5. I know you guys have a lot of questions, and we're going to have a huge discussion on this afterwards. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support. It is showtime.
Don't you die on me, damn it! BB's dropping!
Intubate, now! Cardiac arrest, he's in B-fib!
Clear!
No response, hit him again!
Clear! How's he doing?
Well, he stabilized, but it took too long. He's in a coma.
What about him?
He, took some shrapnel. To the head.
His friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for a foreign land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed and gazed stare at all the millions here. We must have died alone.
كيفك سامر؟ V has come to.
V has come too.
Ako Isme. Ακούεις με? Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head? Just nod if you can hear me. Look up, please. Very good. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know. You would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Damn it! Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down. Calm down. Try not to panic. Try not to panic. Now. You'll be all right. Just rest.
How do you feel?
From the wreckage, but have stated that the reason for the crash was an as yet inexplicable fire in mid-flight. The search has ended with a confirmed death toll of 94 and another 32.
It's been 1 week since you came to. Now, let's try getting you out of that bed.
Appears to have been the withdrawal of
Nurse.
Soviet Army support, and sources suggest this may be part of a cover-up.
Don't worry. You've lost some strength, but we've been maintaining your muscle mass through massages, CPM therapy, and EMS.
Multiple NATO countries have stated
Now,
that they have
I need to explain something to you, but you mustn't be alarmed.
they note that their own citizens were among
9 years ago, you were injured in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 108 foreign bodies embedded within you. In addition to shrapnel, we also found fragments of human bone and human teeth. Most of it was removed, but some of the fragments still remain. They are located near your heart and in your skull. Look at this. The fragments are lodged deep within your cerebral cortex. We couldn't give you an MRI, the metal, you see. But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening. One more thing. This X-ray is of your upper body. You better look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later. I know it's difficult, but please look down. It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave. Nosocoma! Grigor! Try to calm down! Calm down! Please! Calm down! It's gonna be okay! Yes! Calm down! Yes. Yes. Κάποιος ήδη γνωρίζει ότι έχει ξυπνήσει. Διατρέχει μεγάλο κίνδυνο. Πρέπει να ενεργήσουμε άμεσα. Προετοιμάστε τον για εγχείρηση. Δεν το πιστεύω. It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world up there, so there's something we need to take care of first. This is you, as you've lived until this day. I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. Very good. Now, let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection, to hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab. Forget everything. Your name, your past. Everything feels all right.
Patient in the next bed saw my face. Of course, consider it done.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
Who are you?
Who am I? You're talking to yourself. Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael.
What the hell is going on?
Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down. Need a little pick-me-up? Okay. Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on! Drug's not working. We're getting out of here. Move it.
Let's take the stairs. This way. This isn't gonna work. We better take the elevator.
Hold up, let's fix this. Next time, do it yourself. It's always good to try and mend your injuries while hiding from the enemy. Over there. Let's go.
This way, hurry. Keep your head down.
Help me, please.
Let's move.
Help me! I don't want to die!
Move! Go! It's ugly down there. Turn back.
I'm Grigora. Come on.
Σας παρακαλώ, πείτε τι συμβαίνει. Δεν βλέπω τίποτα.
Δεν μιλάει κανένας, θα μας σκοτώσουνε.
Ναι, τον είδα πριν λίγο.
What's happening out there?
It's all right. We'll be okay.
I can't see what's happening. You hear that? What's going on out there?
Hey! Oh, πρόσεχε!
Think we're safe in here? I hope we're okay. Hey! Hey! Hey!
I can't see what's happening.
It will be all right.
What is that? What's happening out there? Does anybody know?
Hey!
We should be okay. You hear them coming?
Who are they?
Please, please.
Anything?
Negative. He came in here. Keep looking.
This way. This way. We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl. If you move, we're done for. Play dead. We better stop and treat that injury. We'll have to take the stairs down. Hold down the aim button to aim, then press the attack button to fire. Destroy it. Hold on. I'll take the right. You take the left. I'll run interference.
Get in!
Alright guys, so don't worry about the whole I got caught thing. We're not really worried about that at all. This was this right here was just to show you that beginning story part. So the gameplay that you're going to see on the actual video that I put out for the S rank will be S rank, which I'm going to do right after we finish this ending here. So as you can see, it's in a different spot, right? Because you know what happens after this. Then in the prologue mission, you didn't get this ranking system until you still had some more things to do in the fight itself. It looks like I didn't get, for some reason, I don't know why, I didn't get 20 headshots. I thought I shot him at least 20 times in the head, but I guess I didn't get it. Either way, so don't worry about the whole enemy combat alert, because like I said, I will have, this was just strictly for story purposes for you guys, so I wouldn't skip the cutscenes. The gameplay you'll see for the S rank, which we'll do right after this, will not have any enemy combat alerts. Alright, so already you can see that some things are a little bit different. Mostly that was the same mission, except for the very beginning, where it was definitely different. You didn't see that cutscene, and obviously the nod to CenterStrain on the back of the picture, that thing was brand new, and then of course, you know, that kind of stuff was all completely brand new. So now it is time for the actual long cutscene of what, you know, the truth is, and all that stuff. And so we're going to have a lot to talk about right after this, so this is going to take about another 10 minutes or so, I think, somewhere around in there, well, maybe 15 with the credits and stuff. So please, you know, continue to watch, continue to relax. As soon as it is done and over with, we will talk about the ending, and then we're going to go back in, skip all the cutscenes, and do the actual S rank version of it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it, of course, and I know there's a lot of people been putting spoilers throughout there, but I wasn't going to talk during the whole thing, and I understand you guys have been waiting so long to finally get the truth out, and now we're finally able to do it. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of it, and I cannot wait to find out what all of you think on the ending. Don't ruin anything for right now. Don't say anything else as far as the ending. Let people watch it right now so they can really, really get a grasp and can have some good conversations right after this. So, let's do it.
This way, boss. Hurry. Use that bike. It's tuned up and ready to go. I'll handle the rest. Here. That's your name as of today. You best change your face, too. Now this one, he'll take your place. From here on, he's Snake. He believes it, too.
My very own Phantom, huh?
Boss, the whole world wants your head. Don't worry, he can handle it. Move now, quickly.
Aren't you forgetting something? We'll meet again.
Right.
anesthetic. We have to open her now. Boss.
Now do you remember who you are? What you were meant to do?
I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history. You're your own man. I'm Big Boss. And you are too. No. He's the two of us together. Where we are today, we built it. This story, this legend, it's ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me. Carry that with you wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're Big Boss.
His friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world.
What was it all for? If the boss has some plan, what is it?
The real big boss is working separately from us to create his new nation.
New nation?
A military nation above and apart from all. The true outer heaven. Something created to maintain world balance. Independent of the struggles for supremacy, for personal profit, the cycles of revenge between countries. It'll be an army, all right, but more. Big Boss is building a nation. But until it's complete, we support the other Big Boss. The Phantom carries on his legend, his meme. That is Big Boss's plan.
So that's the way it is. 9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. But now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building together.
One day, the age of Big Boss's sons will arrive. They'll likely want to settle the score with him. We have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play. Building the foundation for a revolution led by both Big Bosses, the True One and the Phantom.
No. Big Boss can go to hell. I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there. For that, I'll keep playing my role.
You know, sooner or later, there will be only one boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday, too. If the day ever comes that you go back to Cypher, I'll aid the other son. And then you and I will be enemies, too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Fine by me. I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used to coexisting.
Oh man, do we have a lot to talk about, guys. Let me stop this recording. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Oh man. Okay. Oh man, I don't even know where to begin, guys. This is crazy. So, all right. First off, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the ending. Okay, so my thoughts on the ending are, it makes some sense and it doesn't make some sense. It's like halfway for me. So, I enjoyed the ending. I thought that it was a nice twist, but I also thought that there was a lot of clues that kind of led into this from the very beginning of the game. You know, in the very first scene, Ishmael says, "I'm talking to myself." I mean, there was a lot of things that kind of led you to believe that from the very, very beginning if you paid attention. The next thing is, if you actually, most of the information that we get on what actually happened is from the scrolls that come up that tell you the timeline. That obviously this is Venom Snake. He's the Phantom boss, right? Who ends up, he's just the medic the medic for Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. Now everyone thought that something was up with the medic because he had Kiefer Sutherland's voice. And so for those of you that figured that out way back when Ground Zeroes came out, man, kudos to you, because that's pretty cool, amazing there. The next thing is how it all kind of pans out. It makes a lot of sense for Big Boss to go into hiding, but what to me doesn't make a lot of sense is that he would abandon his whole entire, people, like all the people from Peace Walker, abandon Miller, all that kind of stuff, which it makes sense because Miller is not a fan of Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 1, but that wasn't actually Miller that was talking. That was Liquid Snake, who is Eli. So here's the thing. Eli is Liquid Snake. Everybody knows that. Psycho Mantis is the third child. That's what they call him. He's the psycho guy. That's why he's got a link with Liquid, because you remember in Sahelanthropus, I think mission 30, you see them two in cahoots, and then you see when Eli takes Metal Gear. You know, I'm really curious as to what happened after he took Metal Gear. I don't know if we're ever going to get that information or that story, but that's something I'm very interested in to know. There was just a lot of little parts that kind of weirded me out, you know, like little diversions. Like in the hallway where all the people were, you're trying to follow Ishmael. It looks like you have Ishmael, but then Ishmael gets shot, but it wasn't the real Ishmael, it was somebody else. Although he had the same bandages and he had the same everything on him to make you think it was that way. There's just like little inconsistencies that kind of bring me out of it a little bit. But in the end, it is a good plot twist. I do feel a little sad that we ended up not actually playing as Big Boss. That is a little bit sad. But it also makes sense when Big Boss met up, or when the Phantom Boss met up with Huey for the first time. Huey was a little strange of him, and when he saw the AI pod, the boss who was in the AI for the AI pod was like, "Are you him?" I don't know. You know, it's kind of like you're. I don't think you're him, but you look like him. You know, it's kind of that. You know, you could kind of get it a little bit there as well. So the ending, yeah, the very, very ending was very interesting to me. I like how they did that, the hallucinations, how it ended up we were the main character in the game, whereas number 2, I guess. And I gotta say, I mean, it's an ending that you gotta watch more than once. You gotta kind of sink your head into it. You gotta really, really think about it. I know that there's an extra secret mission out there, another cut of the game or whatever that never made it because Konami and Kojima fall out. It wasn't time to finish it. Whatever, Konami wanted to get the game out there because they're pieces of crap and they don't care about their fan base and all that kind of stuff. Well, we're not fans of Konami. We're fans of Kojima. But it is pretty cool to know that it's Big Boss lives throughout the whole thing. Now, Big Boss is okay. So Phantom Boss is the one from Metal Gear 1, right? Then once he dies, the real Big Boss takes over the second game, Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, and he dies, but they're able to revive him. The real Big Boss, they're able to revive him. They revive him, and of course he lives all the way out to Metal Gear Solid 4, so he dies at the very end of Metal Gear Solid 4. Now, if you actually look through the timeline, it said that Cypher was the one that orchestrated this whole thing with Ocelot. So Cypher knew Big Boss was in there for 9 years. He actually went and visited him. It looked like in 1977, if I'm not mistaken, it said that Cypher visited Big Boss in the hospital. So, and then Skullface gets his revenge on Cypher. He ends up using the parasite on him. Cypher becomes brain dead, and that's why you've got that comatose, vegetated version of Zero or Cypher in Metal Gear Solid 4. So it is a lot to wrap your head around because there's just so much to take in. So we're going to have a huge discussion on this, I think, in a separate video where we're going to discuss all the plot points and everything that leads up to it. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back and we're going to do the S rank. I'm going to be skipping all the cutscenes. We're going to skip all... Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. So once we're done with the S rank, we're going to go to the cassette logs, and then we are all going to listen to... This won't take me very long because you can skip all the cutscenes. We're going to listen to all the truth records. So the truth records tell you the whole story. It gives you way more information, and there's quite a few of them. So once this S rank thing is done with, we're immediately going to go back here. We're going to record all of these, and then I'm going to add them to the video. I would probably say that the main version of this video is not going to come out until maybe tomorrow because it looks like I'm going to have a lot of editing to do to splice in the gameplay for the S rank and everything over the cutscenes so that it's a smooth transition and all that. So yeah, so we'll do that in just a second. Right now we're going to go back into this and we're going to record the S rank version of this. It might take me a few times as I want to go through it and make sure that I do it correctly. I thought I landed 20 or more headshots on the Man of Fire when he was heading towards the ambulance, but I guess it didn't count. I'm not really sure where it counts at. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this mission again, but we're going to skip all the cutscenes and we're going to do it S rank. So what I'm planning on doing is using all the footage all the way up to the point where you get into the part where you actually control Snake and you have to sneak around the guards. So we'll sneak around them, and then I'll splice in the cutscenes from the other version, and then I'll splice in the ending of the S rank version, so you guys can see exactly what you would need to do in order to get the S rank. But you saw how long the mission takes, and you don't get that many points for it. It was like not even 80,000, 70,000 points, I think, or somewhere around in there. So you really do have to skip the cutscenes if you want to get the S rank. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this. Well, like I said, we're going to skip all the cutscenes, so it should only take us maybe no more than 10 minutes, hopefully. I might have to restart once or twice, depending if they see me. I have to think of maybe... I'm going to try the same method that I used before, except this time I'll try it a little bit differently. I'll, like, get down first. Clearly, that's the way that you want to go, but obviously you couldn't do it. So I'm not really sure where the series is going to go from now. It's amazing. It's an amazing story. I know I'm talking during this, but like I said, you guys have already seen it. If for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil anything right now from this moment on. We're going to get right into it a little bit later. I'm just kind of waiting until I get the chance to control the game, and then I can skip the cutscenes. There we go. Alright, looks like I can't skip this just yet.
Look up, please.
I will say that this is my favorite Metal Gear Solid game, I think, by far. With a close second being Metal Gear Solid 3. You guys know that that was my favorite, but I just love the gameplay in this one. And it's just... the game itself is just fun for me. It's just, I love everything about it. A little upsetting that you're not, you know, I don't want to spoil those who are catching it right now, but the ending was just a little bit on my bad side. You know, I was happy about it, but at the same time I'm a little more confused, more questions. It doesn't feel like a true solid kind of an ending. See what I did there? But it's still something that really makes you think. And if a game makes you think after it, just like when you're watching a movie, if a movie you keep talking about it for days after you've seen the movie, then it's a good movie either way. Even if you didn't like it, it had an impact on you in a whole, and that is what good entertainment, and that's what a good story does. It has some type of impact on you, and something that you really enjoyed. So we got to go through these parts here.
Can you keep up?
Also, here's some inconsistencies that I see here. First of all, when you look at Ishmael, he has no beard. You can clearly tell that Ishmael has no beard on the, even though his bandages cover up that part of him, but you could still look at him and see that he has no beard. So that made it a little bit less plausible for me to believe that he was actually the real big boss, because you could clearly tell that he does not have a beard, but yet in the ending scene he does. So, you know, there's like a few things here and there that are a little bit inconsistent, but you know, that's what you're gonna get. You know, you chalk it up to hallucinating, things like that. You know, they never really explained why the color changed. I know he's supposed to be hallucinating on a lot of this stuff, but it never really explained that into any detail. Like if you look whenever you're healing yourself after the big man on fire thing, then, you know, the color changes, the world looks different. Never really explains any of that. There's just like a few little things that you would think would be in there to help further it, but wasn't. I think Kojima probably one of the reasons that I don't know if this is for sure or not, but I think one of the reasons that maybe Kojima was fired or he quit, or one of those, is he didn't feel the game was ready, and he still had a little bit more to do, and Konami was like, you need to get this out as soon as possible because we're tired of, you know, either waiting, they want to move on to different things, you know, other stuff like that. I think that might have something a little bit to do with the whole the whole Kojima thing. You know, I don't know if that's 100% for sure or whatnot, but it seems like it's plausible.
Calm down. You can do this.
Also, here's another thing that I'm not really understanding a lot. The biggest thing that I'm not understanding a lot,
Good, let's hurry.
I just lost my train of thought because I looked over and looked at some of the things here. Oh yeah, it's... Okay, so the XOF unit is Skullface's unit, right? Well, Skullface's unit... This is what I really don't understand, is why is the Man on Fire against the XOF unit right now? Because if I'm not mistaken, Psychomantis and them, they're for the XOF, because you see them working together in Africa, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. You see them working together in Afghanistan, they're all working together, but why are the Man on Fire, why are they not working together in this first section? You know, I was kind of wondering that myself. Is that it was one of the only things that I didn't think made sense as of right now. Yeah, so I mean, I would like to have some discussions on that as well. Why that happened? Why they're not working together right now, but yet they are working together later.
Time to walk. Press the stance button to stand up. Don't get caught in those searchlights. Here they come, hurry.
So I always like to wait. You don't have to wait, but I prefer to wait because I've noticed that sometimes you can actually get caught here. Even if the helicopter's not looking in your direction, you could still get caught. So I myself prefer just to wait until I know that it's not looking in this direction. See, you can see it right there. It's still looking in this direction. So this is where I'm going to start to record here in just a few minutes. Once we get to that part where you have to face off against the guys. Hopefully we don't have to do this more than a couple of times. It takes him a while to come up there.
Shit! It's ugly down there. Turn back. This way.
This is the part I was saying where you can actually see him. If you look right now, you already see that guy is there. You could just barely see, like, look, you see the guy in the bandage is already there, and there he is. So it does make sense that that is actually not Ishmael that you see in front of you. But you got to really, really pay attention. I like how I just saw those guys pass.
What's happening out there?
It's all right. We'll be.
We don't need to see this. So Ishmael right now is in the room to the right. The Man on Fire is controlled always by the third child. Skullface does not control the Man on Fire. Psychomantis does. I am going to be playing Metal Gear Online. Remember, the Metal Gear Online is only coming out for the PlayStation 4 version, and I've only completed, I think, the first chapter, or the first... I don't know if you need to complete a certain point before you can unlock MGO. So I'm going to put in my PlayStation 4 version here, probably after this live stream, and find out if I'm actually able to go ahead and just go right into MGO. But I am going to be doing some coverage for MGO because obviously, you know, I want to play with all of you guys out there. I have a few guys already lined up to play with me. And also, don't forget, I don't want to forget this, Susie. Go subscribe to Susie. She has an amazing YouTube channel, as well as she is a shit. I should have hurried up. Ooh, that was close. I was sitting there talking and I almost got caught. Go subscribe to her. Yes, she's got amazing content. She's a huge Resident Evil fan, Metal Gear Solid fan, and she has amazing stuff. She's got a Twitch account, which she does a lot of her live streaming stuff on there. So go support her as well. I'll let her put the link in the comments of this live stream. Trust me, guys, you're gonna want to watch her play. She's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh yeah, sweet.
We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl.
She is the shit. She's the bee's knees, the shiznit. Oh my god! What the hell just happened?
Don't you die on me. Ahab. Ahab. Ahab!
That like never happened before. That's hilarious. Oh well, it's not gonna ruin our S rank, so it doesn't matter. But that is actually, where in the hell am I? Why did I come out of there? It's like, what side am I on?
We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl.
Alright, so clearly, I guess you have to stop when he says stop, or else those guys will turn around for no apparent reason.
If you move, we're done for. Play dead.
Alright, we can't skip just yet. Yeah, Susie ruined that for me. Thanks, Susie. So we won't be able to get the no retries, but that shouldn't affect the S rank because all you got to do is finish this mission in 25 minutes or under in order to get the S rank, no matter what happens. See, this is what I was talking about, where the color is distorted. It's really, really weird. Never really did understand that a lot. And also, he doesn't look like Big Boss. Ishmael does not look like Big Boss whatsoever. He doesn't have Big Boss's bone structure. He doesn't look as old as this guy right here. This guy actually, you know, the one that looks like Big Boss, he looks like he's 50, whereas Ishmael looks like he's maybe 32, 33. He does not look 50. So there's all kinds of just like things that just don't make a lot of sense, that you just kind of have to believe and take on faith that Kojima is a mastermind. Now, I wanted to know if you were able to finish this section without killing anyone, but you can't. You have to shoot. You have to shoot these guys up ahead, which sucks. Because I wanted to do a no traces on this mission, but it doesn't look like you're going to be able to do that. Alright, we're just about ready to get to that point, so I'm going to go ahead and start recording.
Hold on. I'll take the right, you take the left.
Alright, you reload. See, now he's supposed to shoot the guy on the right, but he's not even shooting. I mean, come on, Ishmael. He's like, no, I got it, don't worry. I'll do it. So there's like no way to get around that, I guess. No traces on this mission. So you can't no traces every mission. Alright, so here's the part where we're going to splice in the gameplay so that we can get the S rank.
I'll run interference.
Oh my god, see, why does Big Boss do that? He stands up instead of gets down. So you're supposed to hold the A button when you drop so that you go into prone. But yet when you hold the A button, he stands up instead. I hate that shit. Alright, so I want to get 10 headshots here. Catch a little fire. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. We have done it. So again, I spliced some of that gameplay together for you guys, as you can see there. There's no way you're going to be able to get perfect stealth on that mission or whatever, and we were able to get the 20 headshots for the Man of Fire. So again, if you skip all the cutscenes and you do it the way that you just saw, you're going to be able to get the S ranking. So now I want you guys to sit back. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the channel. We will be having a discussion on this game. If you want to see me discussing this game, make sure you watch the live stream version of this video so you guys can hear some more discussion on it as far as how the actual stream went and everyone's discussions with it. Other than that, we're going to make a video later that's going to go over exactly how what we think of the ending and all of the stuff that's led us up to this point. But thank you guys again for everything you've done for the channel. I promise you there's going to be more Metal Gear Solid 5 content coming your way. MGO, we've got more missions to do, side missions, things like that. And don't forget about the No Traces walkthrough. Remember, the No Traces walkthrough will not be No Traces for every mission because you can't No Trace every mission, but for all the missions that you can, that is our goal. And it will be in 4K as well. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. Sit back, watch all the rest of the cutscenes, and let me know in the comments below of what you thought of the ending. And of course, I will see you next time. Peace out, bitches! Second bonus is not do not get reflex mode. The second bonus is actually, it's different in this mission. The second bonus is, what was it? Killed 7 guards in the entranceway. So when you saw me sneak around the guards, the bonus objective there would be to kill, headshot every single guard. I think it was headshot. So green team, no, that's only for the original mission. The original mission of this was that way, but the Mission 46 is not the same bonus. Yes, it is time to listen to the cassette tapes.
What was it all for? If the boss has some plan.
Alright, ladies and gents, of course we're back. It's the end of that video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the complete ending. Now it is time to actually play the cassette tape so you guys get a further sense of the story and everything that has kind of led up to this, and so we can get more insight on the actual truth. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Again, there's a lot of cassette tapes that we're going to be listening to right here, so sit back, relax, and let's find out the truth.
How are you back on your feet so quickly?
There's a non-smoking ward.
Boss.
If I listened to everything the doctor said, I'd probably die in here. No point waking up after 9 years for that.
Well, having you out of that bed makes things a little easier.
Bad news, huh?
Things are looking worse.
Go on.
They found out about you waking up. And the man on fire picked this time to wake up too. We'll have to move forward ahead of schedule. Miller already has the preparations underway. We'll have to wake up your neighbor, too.
So he's not. He seems awake now.
No. Well, he's not actively conscious yet, at least.
He was a doctor, too.
In his mind, that past no longer exists. Your past is his past now. He's going to be your phantom, not some simple diversion. He'll act as the new big boss, and the act just isn't for Cypher. He'll be your face on the world stage until the time comes for your resurgence.
You make it sound easy.
We've been busy over the last 9 years. His altered state of consciousness has helped us implant powerful suggestions through induced hypnagogia. He's experienced all your missions on record and shares all your knowledge and experience to make him believe that he is the one true big boss. No one around him will doubt that he's the big boss they know. So, is he the real big boss or a stand-in? What does that mean to him? Nothing. The human brain is capable of many illusions. Of pain, of the future. What happens from here depends on his skill. You can vouch for that.
He was always the best man we had. But
9 years ago in that helicopter, he threw himself between you and the blast. In that moment, the man you knew died. He died protecting you. And now, by becoming you, he protects you again. This is just a detour in his journey to hell. And don't forget, it's what he wanted. He's in his dog days now. It's not just him. We'll be putting the people in this hospital in the line of fire. They'll be your shield and necessary diversion to buy us some time.
And you?
I'll be right by his side.
Can you keep it up? It's a hell of a lie.
It won't be a lie. I won't know his secret either. I'll believe that he's the real big boss. I'll have no conscious knowledge of you. Where's the lie in that?
Self-hypnosis.
It's nothing new in my line of work. Manipulating memories, the past. But that's not all. When the time is right, I need to remember that you're the real boss. In a world, it's double think.
In this year,
2 + 2 = 5. And I want you to do the same.
right. His bodyguard.
Correct. It won't be long before this hospital comes under attack. We'll wake him up right away, but he won't be back to full health in time. You'll need to take him through his final paces.
Yeah. I want to see his face again.
All right, John. I've never forgotten you in these 9 years, but I have to forget you now.
Adam. I'm counting on you. What's up?
About the 1972 project. Les Enfants Terribles.
You never did like the French.
All that Catherine the Great aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children.
That madness Zero started. Or the start of his madness.
You found out something new?
The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab?
What they are is much sicker than that.
Well, Zero doesn't think so. Eva doesn't either. To them, those boys are your clones. They're you, down to the last hair.
And?
The first boys were raised free range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left the States, but the other, Eli, has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England, Zero's home ground. Apparently he traveled to Africa after that, but that's where he escaped from Zero's care.
Just like that. Why?
Who knows? Maybe he found out about his birth. If he's alive, he'd be 11 or 12 by now. Old enough to think and act for himself.
So he might still be alive.
On his own, there? I wouldn't bet on it. John, if he is alive, what's the plan?
I have nothing to say to him. Treat him like a human being, just another person.
Boss, this war business you and Miller started. Since the industry spread out to the PFs, it may have a favorable influence on Cypher. To a ruler, an everlasting enemy is convenient. By directing the public's animosity outside his borders, he can unify their frame of mind. Guns for hire continue the war, then enrich the economy with their spoils. War as a business will become a permanent tool for manipulating the public mind. A new business model. You might even call it a war economy. Before long, Cypher, or rather the Patriots, will be drawn to this. Probably only a few decades before it takes hold. It's not far off at all. Still no leads on Zero. We don't even know whether he's still alive. But the protocol he put in motion's making steady progress. Every day, SIGINT's web covers a little bit more of the globe. Total information control. Big Brother Zero. And it'll happen before anyone even realizes. I don't like it. You're the big brother of the battlefield. You've earned a firm grip on the world's military power. But soon, Zero will have nations in his. He'll erase the Cold War. All war from people's minds. And with it, the world's borders. Zero's will, his influence, will be unleashed, with nothing to stem the tide. When that happens, opposition will no longer match the lines on the map. And boss, with no borders left, what difference can we make? War will have lost any true meaning to the world. Just one more gear keeping the wheels of economy turning. Another product bearing down the capitalist conveyor belt. The future your friend Miller wanted. That's all there is in store. Perhaps it's already too late. But human will should only be handed down and nurtured by human hands. It can't be entrusted to the system, especially not that soulless phantom that Zero's left in his wake. No matter what happens, we'll have to fight someday to reclaim our truth. Until next time, Big Boss. Someone has successfully struck at Zero. Since Zero's using a private network, we get information, but we have no way to trace his location. That means the details are still fuzzy at this point, but apparently some new bioweapon was used. As soon as he noticed the dip in his vital signs, he had his stomach pumped and even underwent blood dialysis. But he didn't fully recover. Ironically, if Zero kept more company, he'd have been safe. Since the incident, his speech and actions have been getting more unhinged by the day. He's probably been rushed to another safe house for intensive care. But the location is a complete mystery. That's the way he operates. He went to incredible lengths to make sure his great escape went unnoticed. So far, I know at least Langley and the Pentagon were involved. He had a blackout triggered in New York to disrupt the transportation and information grids, and at least 2 submarines were sighted off the coast. The personnel involved were working off a cover story. Naturally, the White House was fed the same thing. The project is buried under a pile of dummy ops and backup plans stretching across multiple organizations. It's safe to say not one of the people involved knew what they were moving or to where. All top secret, no trail, no leads. He's living up to his name as usual. Only this time, even I can't find him. Now, the only record of his location lies within the Cypher AI that was at the heart of the escape plan. And that's closed off, with its data sealed away in a secret location. Skullface was able to put together this assassination attempt, but even he can't possibly know where Zero is now. I'll keep searching, but when you're up against he who controls information, it's gonna be a long battle. Boss, it was Anderson after all. That's right, the man who went by SIGINT during Operation Snake Eater. Following Zero's disappearance, he's taken over command of Cypher. Well, to be precise, the AI he oversees has. The idea to have an AI act for Zero came about in '74, when the data from the mammal pod penetrated NORAD. Clearly, an AI couldn't be allowed to make its own decisions. So they would take away its ability to act, and instead, create a specialized system in which the AI, bound by specific rules, filters the massive amounts of data it collects before passing it on to people, subtly guiding their decision-making. A system of the people, by the people, for the people. So they began researching how to do it. DARPA apparently brought Strangelove on board to head it up. She was forced out after a certain incident. The direction of the project and any trace of her existence was scrubbed after her departure. Before Zero lost consciousness as his condition worsened, he left instructions for Anderson, through a cutout, of course. Zero went out of his way to hide your location in order to keep you safe. This meant sacrificing his own protection. It was the only way to ensure you could stand alone as your own man. And here I am, the only link between you and the world that's passing you by. I'm your last connection now. This was Zero's last request, his will. Once you're awake, we need to discuss the best way to ensure your safety. Oh, and they've got a name for Anderson's AI project. It's called the Patriots. It's all about ensuring that the concepts driving society appears the same in the mind of each person in that society. About maintaining the identity of the individual, and yet having that individual willingly make up part of the whole. I guess it's fitting to call that patriotism. Creating a united world. Zero's will is already fading into a shadow of what it once was. Systems, guidelines, rules, laws. When you take a mentality and fix it in a solid shape, put it out there in the hands of people, it can only begin to decay. No mentality can last forever. When the body dies, the will dies with it.
here.
Hello?
Not there. Here.
Huh?
Thank you for coming. Please.
You're...
Is it that odd? I suppose the cuffs have gotten a bit loose. Although, truth be told, I have been spending more time in pajamas as of late.
No, nothing.
The tie, perhaps. Not the most fashionable pattern, I admit.
No, it is very nice.
How sweet. Will you take a little brandy? You're hardly underage, after all.
No, thank you.
Please, sit. Pacifica Ocean.
What?
Ah, yes. You've already begun. Not bad. A schoolgirl through and through. Even he won't suspect otherwise. Here you are.
Thank you. I heard you were sick?
Poppycock. I just like to take a little time off work.
You?
You must feel that way sometimes.
Well...
Anyway, I could hardly greet my first guest from that damned bed.
I, missed my chance to catch you snoring.
Now I'm twice as glad I got ready in time. Drink, before it gets cold. English breakfast tea. All I have, I'm afraid. There were 8 candidates before you, meaning you will be the 9th Paz Ortega Andrade.
What happened to the others?
They're in the next room. They've been taking it easy these past few months.
They...
Do you see any windows here?
No?
I've gotten used to it, this life. I am who I am, after all. And I've had my fill of cursing this bloody dungeon. Excuse me. But I can't help sometimes wishing I could see the stars. What should I do?
Well, you could go outside, go up to the roof, wait for the clouds to pass. You would have a view of Manhattan, and a pretty one too. But once the wind blows, and the clouds pass, you can look up and see a sky full of stars, even here.
You've had a hard time getting to where you are.
Yes.
Sewer rats lead better lives. I know. Extreme training, starvation, days spent without sleep, abandoned, hurt, and all but killed in every way imaginable. Some of your compatriots died. Others betrayed you, left you for dead. And you did the same to them. But through it all, you survived. And you alone made it here. Just look at you. I can see everything you've been through.
Yes.
Consider this mission a reward for the mountain you've climbed.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you know what's next.
Yes.
And you are prepared?
Yes.
I believe you. That ever so slight tan. Not the type you'd get on the West Coast. If I didn't know better, I'd say you really did grow up around the equator. But it runs deeper than that. One look at you, and I see a wide-eyed student yearning for peace. Born and raised in Central America. I can see it all. How much preparation have you done?
A little.
You'll be perfect for this, to strike back at Snake. I'll share everything I know about him. But you mustn't forget who you're dealing with. If he were to get the better of you, well, I deeply regret having put you in that position. But beyond that, I'm putting my life in your hands.
You can trust me, Cypher.
None of my friends call me that. Tea's gone cold. Shall I make some more?
I know we are the only ones here. There's no one in the other room.
And how do you know that?
You said I was your first guest.
Oh, I haven't had this much fun in quite a while. All right, then.
Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact Big Boss. Tell me where he is. Where is Cypher? Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak, I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is Hell's Kitchen, 10th Avenue. He is undergoing treatment there.
Not exactly Hyde Park.
His medical needs keep him from moving around. That is why he summoned me there. The other residents are of varying race and ages, but in reality, all 40 units are Cypher personnel. It took him 10 years to replace the original occupants. He's got places like this all over the world.
No better place to hide a needle than a stack of needles.
Zero is on the top floor. A room with no windows and no doors. Even the elevator does not reach it. Officially, the floor does not exist. The only access is by a secret staircase 1 floor down. Room 702.
Shades of World War II.
Nobody realizes the entire building is a setup. People go in and out all day. But they're all Cypher. The building blends right in with the rest of the city. They disseminate rumors that a gang operates out of the building. That keeps most outsiders away. And most of them are there as security in case of an emergency. But even they don't know what they're really protecting. Foot traffic, goods coming in and out, phone lines, water and sewage. It is all monitored remotely by satellite and cameras inside and out. Should he need it, there is a sealed-off water conduit that can be used to escape to the Hudson River, and from there to the sea. But from the outside, it is just another building. A perfect disguise.
So the Major believes zero suspicion equals total security. Very bold. It's just the kind of ruse I'd expect from him. So long as no one's suspicions are aroused, you could hide there forever. On the other hand, if someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in. And he's so paranoid about information slipping out, no one involved has the full picture. That ignorance is a weakness, the downfall of a need-to-know system. The pitfalls are clear. Circumventing them will be simplicity itself.
You hate him, don't you?
Hate? He never left me to die. I owe him my life. I'm bound to repay the favor. Any way I can. But that's not what you really want to know. What you want to know is, do I hate Big Boss? I don't hate the man. I do deserve a little more of his gratitude. But he probably has no idea who I am. So you see, I have no reason to hate him at all. I mean to have my revenge against Zero. It's not petty hatred or resentment. Nothing so personal. Even the hottest lava eventually cools, becoming a mountain. And that mountain becomes the land. Scalding steam comes back down as rain, forming rivers, draining into the sea. It's then that nature's order sets in. Now I'm merely a part of that cycle. Just like Zero. And you. And Big Boss.
Don't do it!
That lava, that vengeance, is already set as stone. Too late to change things now.
Don't kill him!
The choice is not mine to make.
Please, let Big Boss live!
Proceed.
Please!
Give the shot already! Hold her still!
It's me. Ocelot. It's been quite a while. Yeah, I'll say. Took a lot longer for you to surface than I expected, Major. I wasn't planning on coming back at all, but I had no choice. Well, after the Caribbean. My hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind it. Oh, I have an idea. How did you respond? Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all. I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived. And that should buy us some time. Where is he? En route to an old foxhole of mine. A base in the British sovereign area of Cyprus. The military hospital at Dikelia? Ava's leading the operation. Ava? Following your orders? Funny, isn't it? That we should all reunite like this. This is an emergency. Otherwise, I sure as hell would...
Yes, I don't expect you to bury the hatchet between us. Something simply won't ever happen. Even I can appreciate that. You too can only bear to speak with me from time to time. That's fine. But I don't want Snake to die. Surely we can come together on that. There are so few men I can turn to. And you're number one, Ocelot. Keep him hidden. Keep him safe. But I'll stay where I am. And leave the rest to you. That's how he'd want it too.
Isn't it better for you to be there to supervise?
Where I am, where he goes, it makes no difference. All that matters is getting him the very best treatment and security. The latter being where you come in. Will he wake up? And if so, when? I have absolutely no idea. But as long as his heart is beating, he will keep fighting. So please, watch over him.
This location, it's safe?
No one will find him. And if they try, I will deal with them. The information must be suppressed.
Which is what you do best. Guess you're still at the top of your game, huh?
Anything but. I'm sick, Ocelot. Donald's taken over a great deal. He'll be handling this situation from here on as well. Though I wish it weren't so. This will probably be the last time you and I speak. So, you won't say no, will you?
I have no choice.
Thank you.
Save your thanks.
One more thing. A proposition.
Yes.
I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like.
What is it?
You could say I've made another Snake.
Major?
I'm not talking about the children. A mental copy. His phantom, if you like.
I don't understand.
You will when you get to Cyprus. I've set the ball in motion, but the rest is in your hands. You're good at this kind of thing. The best. I need you on this.
If it's in his best interests.
I assure you, it is. Look after Snake. He's the toughest son of a bitch I've ever known. Yes, it's me. You weren't in hospital long. I had trouble finding you. Where is he? Safe. But in the same state as when you last saw him. We've had our misunderstandings, you and I. But as you've made clear, our relationship is strictly business. Therefore, I will limit this conversation to the business at hand. Please understand that I don't dislike you. Not inherently.
Where is Snake?
No. Settle down, or I'll have to hang up. And then you never hear from me again. Do you understand? First, about your boss. I had him moved once he was stabilized. I'm sure it came as quite a shock to you when you woke up. You'll have to forgive me.
I told him to stop putting me under.
Surely you understand. Specialized medical treatment in places like that can be positively nightmarish. We couldn't have left him there forever. And to be honest, I wasn't entirely comfortable leaving matters in your hands. Don't take it the wrong way. Anyone looking for him would be looking for you. He needed to be as far from you as possible. In fact, I'm still not sharing his location, even now. Problems could arise. So instead, I'm giving you a point of contact. An introduction to a network of messengers who will lead you to a man. A friend to your boss. I'm sure he's mentioned him before. He knows Snake's location. More than any man alive, I trust him with this sort of thing. Keeping secrets, or men in the dark. He's known Snake quite a while. 10 years longer than you. Kazuhira, I don't care if you don't trust me, but I require your absolute trust in him on this. Snake will be brought back into this world, however long it takes. Understood? The only reason we're having this conversation is because you still have a role to play. Which brings me to the next issue. What happens after he regains consciousness? When Snake wakes up, and he will, he'll need your help again. So when he does, I promise you'll be the first to know. The code phrase will be V has come to. I'll then mobilize all the necessary parties. Think of it as an overture to a prologue. Until then, do what you like. Just be ready when the time comes. But you don't need me to tell you that, do you? I know it's been hard on you too. But I can't imagine you're willing to just walk away.
What are you talking about? If what you're saying is true, then this is like wrapping a rope around your own neck and throwing it over a branch. What's your play in all this?
This is for Snake. So that he survives after he wakes up. Nothing more. After that, I don't care what you do.
Then tell me something.
Go on.
I only joined you after I found out what you were after. To make the world one, you need Snake for that. And he's already done a hell of a lot for you.
He has.
So on some level at least, I think you're being straight with me. Then why'd you do that to him? I get what you were trying with Paz. You wanted to get Snake any way you could. But after that, what you did, how could you do that to him?
After that wasn't me. You may not believe this, but I never intended for any of this to happen. My organization has many arms. It's just going to take a little longer before we're all on the same page. I admit, I may have been lax in my supervision, but something like that will not happen again.
Whatever. One day, I'll know the truth. Just as soon as the boss wakes up. And then we're coming after you. This ends with you begging us to put you out of your misery.
Is that so? Fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller. Big Boss will wake up. And when he does, be there for him.
Major, I wondered whether you'd really call.
Exer, I presume this was your doing?
Do you like my gift?
I've been searching a long time for this.
It is what you were looking for, yes.
The winged dagger of a comrade lost to the sands of Egypt. He served under the boss back in Rayforce. I delivered this pin to her after his death. We were both so very young. From that moment on, she never let it leave her side.
She was still carrying it in Selinoyarsk. How about the back? Something wrong, Major?
Nothing, just pricked my finger.
The back.
The scar is there, just as I remember it. And this white stitching on the back. From the white berets the SAS wore in the early days.
Major?
30th of December, 1941. It's the inscription I made the day he died.
Of course.
His body was never recovered. This pin badge is the closest thing he has to a gravestone. When I gave it to her, she just kept on running her finger over the inscription. Never again, she uttered, as if reprimanding herself for his death. She pressed hard, embedding the inscription itself into her finger. You see, it's why this spot on the back looks shinier than the rest. He was our brother in arms.
So...
Yes, it's real. Thank you. There's no doubt about it.
Good.
have no regrets.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. Just want to talk for a moment.
Very well then.
It's about our man, Major. He's been making some moves.
Miller? Yes, I know. Rhodesia, is it?
Yes, and up to his old tricks again.
No matter. He'll stumble soon enough.
Although he is under my jurisdiction now.
And that's what you want to talk about?
Not exactly. You see, my being here has made me realize I can still be of use to you.
How so?
This country is rich with biological resources. Bacteria, nematodes, viruses. I'm sure we can find something here to bring that plan back into action.
Forget it. The Cleanser Project was just another one of my predecessor's daydreams.
And the vocal cord parasites?
Were an excellent test case for reverse evolution. Nothing more. What matters now is the genetics technology behind that work. With genetics, the clumsiness in targeting an entire race isn't an issue. We can target specific individuals. No need to breed multiple generations of parasite just to get results.
But
Don't be quaint, Exo. Once the Cold War is over, our enemies won't be so clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
You may be right. But will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy they fear. Without it, they'll turn their aggressions inward, find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what you're saying. Just as those robbed of their parasites develop allergies and autoimmune diseases, a man robbed of his enemy develops self-destructive tendencies. And I know all the symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife, terrorism. And with asymmetrical conflict, deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives. A context that's stimulating without being destructive. That balance is the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people will blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information. But to ensure there's no allergic reaction, while the immune system fights off parasites and pathogens.
It's done, Exo. This world will become one. I have found the way. The world that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
Some things can't be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly with another.
I have no intention of hiding behind your technological veil, Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one. Major?
You son of a... The pin. You...
Yes, the pin. It's too late. They can't extract it. You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
How did you find me? The girl. You made her talk.
I'm sorry I couldn't visit or thank you in person, but it has been lovely chatting. And now that I know you're no longer interested in the garden, it's time for you to step aside. You're a busy man. Lots to do. So I've left you a little time.
Go to hell! How dare you? You planned this all along. Had your own agenda. All these years. Yeah.
Now you see, the world can never truly become one.
But the boss...
You've been wrong.
You're no different. Just like him. None of you understand the world she saw.
I would say the same to you, Major.
You steal it all away. Everything.
The boss said the same thing. Only I understood what she meant. Major, I'll handle the rest. Oh, and one more thing. That pin badge, it was a fake. I held on to the real one. I'll take good care of it. And continue the boss's work.
Jack. Go.
I almost thought you wouldn't come.
Well, you're supposed to visit hospital before you die.
But how did you get here?
My friends at the SAS know how to keep a secret. The trip to the airport was a little dramatic, but the rest was easy. Still, I've had smoother rides. Oh, look. Escorted myself with my tea. I won't be staying long.
I understand.
Which one is he?
On the right.
And the left?
We did just as you instructed.
Has either of them woken?
Neither of them, no.
Not once?
Not in 2 years. Their weekly EEGs show stable activity levels. There's been practically no change.
Jack? Jack? It's me. You look fit to run a country mile.
Every 4 hours, we move all of their muscles, subject them to load. They're stable, but eventually...
Yes, of course.
We've done everything we can to ensure they're ready to move, should they wake up. Still, it's been a pretty long time. How long will they be here?
Indefinitely. It's too dangerous to move them. And so far, no one knows they're here.
I see.
I am most grateful to you. And I need you to keep it up.
We'll do everything we can.
Can you give us a moment?
Of course.
Jack, can you hear me? Nice place, isn't it? I went to a lot of trouble bringing you here. Here, where no one will find you. Still, the Ocelot's on guard duty, just in case. Maybe knowing that will help you sleep better. I had no intention of coming, but this could be my last chance. If you'd just come to see me first. Do you remember the last time I visited you in hospital? Our first mission together. After the boss threw you in that river. Broke your arm. Ah, the good old days. I never told you this, but I had another team at my disposal back then, with a very special man leading it. Maybe he didn't like the arrangement. In any case, this man, he seems to have done something to me. Which is why I'm quite sick myself. Up here, there's nothing they can do. I always was the forgetful type, as you know. I'm all right for now, but they say it's a one-way street. If you don't wake up soon, I won't remember you when you do. I don't mind about myself, but what he did to you, I can never forgive. I've sent him to Africa, and I doubt he's coming back. Jack, once your little holiday here is over, well, who knows when that will be? But anyway, I probably won't be around. I'll be somewhere even you can't find me. A tombstone chiseled into the code of a machine. That is all I leave to mark my existence. Wake up soon, old friend. Time is running short.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That is the truth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully that answered some questions. Obviously, it answered some questions for me and whatnot. But just such an amazing game, such an amazing everything. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Again, I will still be putting out more videos for Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, so do not fret. Of course, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, bitches! Sorry about that sneeze there. I was actually kind of expecting in that last like 10-15 seconds where there was no conversation for him to say, "Oh, by the way, big boss, I'm your father." I was gonna be like, "What?" I was like, that would have been really funny, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So an event is underway. I don't even know what that is. Wow, so as you can see, we still have like shitload of cassette tapes to listen to. We've barely listened to anything. I mean, we have so much. So I will be doing a video on all of the cassette tapes, and that's going to take like 3-4 hours, which is going to be crazy. Oh, there's just so much content in this game, and I love it so much. It is sad to say, though, that the story of it is over with. The truth is done. And, of course, you know, thanks. Oh, you get the biker jacket by completing it, the game. I think there's also another one that we should have. It should have finished by now. Yes, it did. It done. So I'll show you guys that real quick.
Please select a mission.
Just by picking a random mission here. There's the biker jacket. Cyborg Ninja. Just like the Metal Gear Solid 1 version, I guess. You can only get an A when you do it. It improves speed when sprinting as well as jump distance. But you don't jump in this game. I don't know. It's still pretty cool, though. And I'm sure there's still a lot more other stuff that we can unlock. I am not going to be making a nuke because that would turn Big Boss bad. So I don't think I'll be making a nuke. However, I am going to be spending the rest of my time starting Metal Gear Online, of course. And we're going to be continuing on with Mad Max. I haven't played Mad Max in a while. And since I'm done with this game, we're going to be doing Mad Max now. I had plans to stream Rock Band for you guys, but since Rock Band is stupid, there's no more multiplayer in Rock Band, no more online multiplayer, and I can't use my electronic drum set. It's pointless. I'm probably not even going to get the game, which is really sad. As far as everything else, I will be doing Uncharted, the PlayStation 4 version of that, coming up soon, I think this Friday. We'll be doing some more side missions, some more all that stuff on our road to 100%. Also, I will be starting the No Traces for Metal Gear Solid 5 in 4K. So that will take a lot of time because obviously I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. You know, the best ways to go around. You can't do every mission no trace, but you can do a lot of them, I'm sure. It's just so much to this game. I really enjoyed it. It's sad to say that the story is over with. There are some more cutscenes still to watch, like the birthday cutscene, and there's other things, I'm sure. Also, there is another ending version out there of the cut ending. I will try to see if I can get footage of that. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll definitely try to see if I can do that. As far as anything else goes, that's going to be it. Wow, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been quite a long live stream, and I really do appreciate everything you guys have done. I will have... This live stream will be up, you know, in a couple of hours as soon as it's done processing. It'll take a while because it's a long live stream. But then the actual S-Video rank walkthrough will be probably put up tomorrow on Wednesday or something like that. Just enough time for me to edit it properly and get it up there for you guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Don't forget to make sure you comment on all my videos. Make sure you like them. You know, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. It really does help the channel out. I need more interaction with you guys. This has been great. I've been watching all of your interactions and all of your comments throughout this whole live stream here, and I really wanted to say some stuff, but you know, I couldn't. The video was recording, and I don't want to ruin it for those that want to enjoy the story. But we have a lot to discuss about this game still. We have a lot of things going on. MGO coming up, and I'm really excited for that. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate everything you do for me. I know I say that it's a broken record, but it is the truth. So again, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to go watch Susie. She's about ready to start live streaming. She usually does that on Twitch, so make sure you follow her on that. Just click on her name, and she'll really appreciate that. Awesome streamer. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, of course. And CenterStrain will see you on the next walkthrough. MGO will be coming up very, very soon. So again, guys, thank you so much. I don't know when I'm going to live stream again, but I'll definitely probably be live streaming some MGO as well. So again, guys, thank you for watching, of course, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. I love every single one of you out there, and it's a sad day. Metal Gear Solid series is over, but there's still lots more to do. I plan on doing another walkthrough in the future for Metal Gear Solid 3, doing it on European Extreme There's just Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I want to cover that on the channel again. Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. Obviously playing those. So again, guys, you know, I really appreciate everything you do, of course, and I will see you next time. Peace out, bitches. Diamond Dogs out.